What the hell did you Zoomers do to my Doom guy? Hi, Misha here, and yeah, I'm having fun kitting out the Doom guy, or as he's known today after the Doom 2016 game and Doom Eternal, the Doom Slayer, or just straight up Doom God. I want to talk about his new duds, a little bit about his new weapons, but first, real quick, I want to return to my two classic guys, because I've made a couple of final changes. For a classic green, he has the same weapons in his hands. They just fit so well and look right. But on his back, now, I've changed it up a bit. I went ahead and put the pump shotgun from NECA. It's a little small seeming, but otherwise it's really good for what it should be, including the pistol grip, because in the demo that's what it was. And as you might notice, he has a chainsaw, so I found him a chainsaw. And yeah, I may hang it a little different later, but it actually just kind of goes on the hook just fine. So this is probably my final kit out for him. I guess we'll call him the light version. He only has 3 guns, a knife, and a chainsaw. That's pretty light for Doom Guy. And here's my heavy weapons Doom Guy. Chain gun, pistol, the original double barrel shotgun, although with a pistol grip instead of full stock, and of course a rocket launcher. It's an RPG wannabe, but close enough to number 5 on the keyboard, so he's my heavy weapons guy. Just thought I'd show that before we move into the modern era. What do you think? These are probably how I'm going to display them. And now onto the featured attraction, the modern day Doom guy, or Doom Slayer, or Doom Marine, in his Praetor suit, which is a true exoskeleton, true combat armor. I'm sure Halo had nothing to do with inspiring this. You know, back in my day, our Doom guy was fine with an armored vest, some pants, and he wasn't ashamed to show his skin. To be fair, in 2016, he was pretty much all covered up, but with Doom Eternal, he's at least showing a little bit of skin again. So, a little more confidence there. The Praetor suit is in both games. It's a little bit modified in the Eternal, with more gobbledygook going on. And let's start there talking about the suit itself. Let's put him on the spinny thing and see how it works. We don't really know the name of this suit, aside from the Praetor suit designation. We don't know, or even really who made it, because it seems to be more or less customized and upgraded. F90 is the only designation I could find, and that's not really canon as much as it can be. We'll go with that. It does seem to have originally been human-made, possibly contracted under the United Aerospace Corporation, the UAC, used by the Marines, but possibly in a different dimension or universe or multiverse area from the later games. It also definitely seems to have some Night Sentinel components, and then other components that are just added on, and that's starting with Doom 2016. In 2019, we get the attachment on the shoulder, the left shoulder, and we get the attachment on the left gauntlet, and a few other changes besides, including to the boots and helmet. But yeah, we'll start up at the top and work our way down. The helmet itself has a basic heads-up display. It displays the status of the weapon being used, mission objectives, the map can be drawn up, the codex or internal library can be drawn up, status of the suit itself. Yeah. In addition, the helmet serves as a basic life support system, spacesuit, underwater suit, although it does have some limitations in that area. Kind of neat. In the original 2016 version, the helmet was totally opaque. In the newer version, it's a little bit see-through. You can see part of the face. So possibly it has adjustable, visibility there. Moving down to the torso, we have the starting of the armor. It protects against many things, especially splash damage, secondary damage, fragments, shrapnel. It seems to be made out of a very tough metal and powered initially by argent cells, later night sentinel crystals, showing again the upgrade process. We have some pouches on the belt, possibly carrying medical supplies, ammunition, a snack, Cheetos. One person out there might get that reference. That was a funny video, I have to admit. And then moving down the legs of the legs. But the boots are quite interesting. They're designed to protect against fall damage. In 2016, the original version does decent protection. By Doom Eternal, it's even better protection. And they can be further upgraded with the Delta V boot, which gives limited jet power. So, yeah, the boots are pretty technologically advanced. Down there. Taking him off the stand again, we have some very large shoulder pads. And we have this device, this ordnance launcher. Again, seen in Doom Eternal. Kind of neat on the figure because it is articulated and moves here and here. It's got 3 different points. And this is a multi-purpose thing. It serves as what they call a flame belch, essentially a flamethrower, and an ordnance launcher, grenade launcher. It has fragmentation grenades and what are called ice bombs grenades. So it's always there, hands-free, and it's actually controlled by one of the fingers in the gauntlet here, which has other controls for the suit, and it has the blade, retractable blade for close quarters. This blade does plug and unplug from these McFarlane. Originally they were going to give us an extended blade plug-in and then a retracted. I just reversed this to simulate it being retracted. I thought about cutting one down, but I haven't been wanting to do that quite yet. And of course, with that, he has 2 hands free for carrying weapons. Don't really know the 2016 and especially the 2019, 2020 games. They use pretty eclectic guns. There is a combat shotgun, so I gave him this. It's a 12 gauge shotgun, possibly 8 gauge in the game. It's a little unclear, but it is used until something better comes along, something super. And there are several rifles in the 2 games, assault rifles, Gauss rifles, ballistas. So this was the other one when we were doing votes, and it does sit in his hand quite well. I will say, with this mold versus the classic one, the hands are a little more open, so sometimes with smaller grips I'm using a little blue tack, but that's okay. Some people have rightly pointed out the articulation is less on this, but that kind of makes sense because he's in a big suit, which would limit anyone's articulation, although in the game he's quite athletic. He's got all this. He has this kind of collar back here. Like I said, it's powered by energy cells, argent or sentinel. It has some self-repairing capabilities. It's just a tough suit that no one really knows the origin of. It's very patched together, upgraded, customized, battered, repaired. And I do believe in Eternal he even makes this version, so they can be replicated to some extent. But yeah, it's kind of neat that he has an exosuit, which makes sense. Like I said, blue tack holding this in. Give it a little tacked back in. Fits his hand well. In fact, his finger even goes in the trigger guard. This is a McFarlane accessory piece, but not specifically for Doom Guy. I think they should have done accessory packs. If they didn't want to give the figures themselves, by the way, these are 7-inch scale, although they seem a little taller than 7, which would make sense in the suit. If they didn't want to give them multiple guns, I understand, but since they already make accessory packs for other things, they really should have made a Doom accessory pack with things like the BFG or plasma rifle, in my opinion, but I'm right. So yeah, that is his suit. This version skin is the Phobos skin. It's just one I happened to find, but I thought it was cool. Phobos, the moon of Mars. Not really sure which color it is. You guys can tell me. I do wish they did a 2016 version. We got the classic, we've got this. It's not a big difference, but it would be kind of nice to have the version from that game as well. But oh well, you could always remove the ordnance launcher, but you still have the exposed arms. But that's his basic suit. Again, the weapons I didn't put a lot into, mostly just because I don't know near as much. I'm old, so very familiar with the original games, but you get into the new stuff, kids, and I don't know. But there are a few things that even I do know about. I picked this version up because I found it for 20 bucks delivered. This is the Astro suit, or white suit, or I don't know, version. And it was different because it came with a different weapon. Most all of these, classic or modern Slayer, come with this double-barreled shotgun, the super shotgun, which is kind of the iconic part of Doom Eternal. It is kind of the signature weapon. Wasn't in the original Doom, as you know. It was in Doom 2, but it had a full stock then. This is not a combat shotgun. This is a duck gun, or similar hunting gun. It's Elmer Fudd's gun. It was in Doom 2016. Pretty much like this, except it didn't have the so-called meat hook on the bottom, which is a grappling hook to draw you towards enemies, or if you have the update or upgrade, you can set them on fire. It's either an 8 or a 10 gauge shotgun, so it's got a bit of bump. Each barrel puts out 8 buckshot pellets. Massive damage up close, good area damage at medium if you have several enemies, but according to the wiki, it is completely, quote, useless at long range, which makes perfect sense, especially without a stock. No way to aim this. In fact, no one but this guy could fire it, double barrel especially. But it's a signature weapon, and most figures come with it, except actually this skin. Instead, he comes with the Doomiverse equivalent of a lightsaber, the Crucible sword. And this is actually an energy weapon, or at least energy powered, Argent energy, and therefore it's pretty much a one swing, one hit, one kill. Interesting to me is it actually has ammo of a sort, so you can only use it, I think, 3 times before recharging it. It was seen in Doom 2016, but it was a MacGuffin. But it was usable in Doom Eternal. And as far as I know, this is the only McFarlane to come with this. So I thought it was neat. I just went ahead and gave him the shotgun, and I figure he's kind of rocking more old school double barrel breech loading shotgun, a sword, so I stuffed a revolver in his pants. I don't know. Just having fun. So he's more my old school cowboy Doom guy. And here his blade is extended. These are done for glory kills, close range, melee kills, that kind of thing in the game. So, which of the 2 armors do you think looks better? Let me know. Well, I shouldn't even ask, because I know this one is the one you really like the best. The Doomslayer's friendship really is magic. Yes, the Doomicorn skin. This is ridiculous. I wasn't going to buy one, but I found one used to complete for, again, a good price, so why not? In fact, I ordered it Friday and it got here today, which is a Monday when I'm recording this, so not bad. Shipped Saturday, got here Monday. It's so thing. I'll say this, you know he's secure in his masculinity to do this and then fight demons. I was almost tempted to give him the chainsaw. Probably would have, but like I said, the hands are a little more open on this figure and he wouldn't hold it very well. And you can't really put it on his back because of the oh-so great wings and tail on his butt and horn on his head. So, yeah. And I love the fact that instead of a Doom blade, he has a wand or a French tickler. I'm not sure what that is. He just comes with the standard super shotgun. Where was it at? Here's that up close, just so you see that this is the typical piece that most of these come with. I wish the meat hook was detachable. I may try to doctor one of these up since I have a couple of spares now. But instead, just because I thought it was neat when we were doing the weapons get up, I gave him the micro Uzi, the Uzi pistol, because it's in kind of a crazy color. I've got a couple of the pistols in kind of a pink purple from that kit too, so might give him one of those as well. It's a thing. This was given as a kind of promo skin to Twitch streamers when the game came out. It's a thing. I'm not gonna lie. If I could play, I might rock this. There's even a few different colors. There's like a purple one and a midnight one and this one. I think it's hilarious that McFarlane did this one, and they actually gave it a lot of custom parts. There's the blade, as I pointed out. There's a custom helmet, which is great. Oh my god, it even has horse ears. I just noticed that. Like I said, I just got him in. I think even the shoulder pads are slightly different. Or am I thinking of the old school Doom guy? Maybe I'm just thinking of the old one. I thought his was more spiky. But he does have this tail on his butt. That's different. And these wings. It is a thing. I do wish they'd taken the opportunity to give him a different weapon inside of the shotgun, but at least they gave him a different blade. That was actually more than I was expecting. I think he is rocking out with this little Uzi. It's a magic Uzi. It's special. I wonder how many bronies play Doom Eternal. I wonder if someone started just because of this. Again, I think it's hilarious. I love a self-aware company and game. It's awesome. They've done others too, but McFarlane hasn't done figures of them. So what do you think? Is this maybe your favorite for just craziness? Definitely talks about the skins in the game and in the customization that they offer. I want to see this rock up and go for a cyber demon. Yeah. I think the Spider Mastermind would think it's a great joke. Imps don't have a sense of humor, though. Zombies are stupid. They think it was an actual horse. So that's the thing. Yeah, I'm not really going to go into the guns of Doom 16 and Doom Eternal because I really don't know them. So what's the point? And they're not really based on real-world guns for the most part. And that is my cat Hobo. You can hear her. They're vacuuming here, so that's why she is unhappy. So that's my Doom Slayer in 3 different Praetor suits. So here they are. I got the Phobos one, frankly, because Phobos is a cool name, and I couldn't find just the bog standard one. Plus, some people said the paint on this is better than the first release that McFarlane did in late 2019. Got this guy because I thought it would be neat to have the Crucible, and again, the price was right. And I've got this guy because I found him used, and it made me laugh. There's also an Ember Skin version. Ember Skin, yeah, that's supposed to be like kind of on flame, but it doesn't really seem to be much different, especially like feature-wise. So, even though I found it for $20 delivered too, I think I'm good. And here are all 5 lined up. Most of the ones that I don't have are just repaints. In fact, the 2 basic molds seem to be the modern day Praetor suit and the classic, but everything else is mostly repaints. And again, this is nearly the only weapon they come with, which is a bit of a bummer. I mean, you want it, but including it with the classic guys was just wrong. At the very least, they should have given you a traditional super shotgun. Wouldn't have been too hard. Come on, guys. It's funny how they'll put so much effort into the Doomicorn. And to be fair, they did give a almost entirely new mold for the classic guy, so I can't really complain. He's a really good effort. But I feel like, again, a weapons pack would have been just awesome. Also, if you have weapons, you want enemies. And, well, McFarlane really hasn't given us enemies. It's kind of sad. Well, there is one. They did give us the Marauder. A very iconic one from the newer game. And a good figure. And very expensive. At least if you buy a new in package. But I got lucky, found a used one. Actually made an offer on eBay more than the starting price, and the guy declined it. Turns out I was only bidder, so yeah, I got it actually for about what they cost new. If it's got a little paint wear, oh well. But we'll talk about the Marauder next time. Maybe a few other enemies too. Again, someone really should do the pantheon of enemies. Why not? What do you think, though? Which one would you want to make? I'm thinking the zombie would be an easy one to do. You know, the former Marine colleagues. An imp would be iconic. Archvile. A revenant would be good. Maybe a pinky. Baron of Hell, although he'd be getting kind of big. Cyberdemon would be awesome, but he'd be, good golly, 15 inches tall at least. In the game, he's a little over twice as tall. I think the Doom guy is 56 units, and he is about 115 in the game, 120, something like that. Anyway, Arachnotile would be cool. There's a lot of stuff that'd be cool. But that's all for this time. Hope you're having fun with me, because I am. Fun thing is, right after I finish this up, I'm going to clear these guys off the table and actually do a serious video about a gun for the Mishaco channel. Welcome to my life. It's an interesting one. Cats, guns, and toys. This is Misha. Catch you very soon. Next time. Hell, why not a Smurfs skin?